We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Check 480. Check 52. Come on. Watch the slant.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Letting one fly deep for Cooper, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8 from the pistol. Here's Elliott. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Hey, kill. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. The Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there. I'm coming. Watch the ship.
Now it's gone. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Brockers able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the pitch. Shell. Deuce. Switch. Motion.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
54. Shoot. Topper.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, let's get that.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
First down, Rams.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Gurley again here on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Come on, baby. Let's
The
go.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Prescott now. That one complete to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep here for Bryant. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Dak on the option left. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott to throw it. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You got nothing.
Now Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Prescott. $1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Caught by Cobb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
47. 47. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
12.
On second and a couple. Goff, flush to his right. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I got you, son. I got you, son. My 55. Eat. Better bring it.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Tell you what. No game on this defense, no game. Shit. 55 to Mike. Shit, 55 to Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Now it's Gurley.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's our field. Hey, it's our
The final shot before break here. Goff. And this is incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Leighton Vander Esch, third in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop.
brings up second.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Another carry now for Gurley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Going for it all. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Now Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Value three. 54. Don't say nothing.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Harlem, 64. Weak.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On the counter, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here?
Right there. 54, right there. Here we go.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. On the counter, Gurley. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. From the 35 on second down, Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Well, you think about the two quarterbacks in this game, Goff and Prescott. And, of course, Jared Goff, the first pick back in the 2016 class. Prescott, that same class, but he was in the 4th round, pick number 135. But Dak would take home Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Fear not, though, for Jared Goff. He would recover, of course, and lead the Rams to Super Bowl 53 in that eventual loss to the Patriots.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
From the 41, Prescott, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Rip left, rip left.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
A 10-yard gain, but it's fourth down.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Gurley. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie third-rounder. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
180! Switch gears. Out. Ric Flair.
Here's Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down, as on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. They run. It's Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They try right side here. Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Austin. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Prescott on 1st down. There goes a deep ball. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley. Touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions, they're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. 30, 10, touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. This to Jarwin.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Prescott yet again. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Good stuff, man. Keep doing that.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, D.
After the interception, here's Goff. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
The kicker on for the point after.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's caught by Bryant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a second and long. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. 10th carry now for Elliott. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Again they run with Gurley. Big hold of the 30. And he cuts it back. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 84 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. The kick by Maher is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that?
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
54. Mike, 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Hey, pick your game up. Switch, switch, switch.
Now a handoff for Gurley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Los Angeles, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.